In this new lesson, you'll learn why is the Singapore River a place of significance and why we should still pay attention to it. Hey, it's me Bobby from the Teenage Trip Advisor television station here again with a new episode. So, some general information to start. The Singapore River goes up to a length of 3.2 km and the Singapore River starts from the Kim Seng Bridge in the central area and flows down to its mouth at the Esplanade. So, here are some pictures of the Singapore River back in the 1900s. Now, there are three distinctive features in the Singapore River: Boat Quay, Clarke Quay, and Robertson Quay respectively. In the olden days, people used to go down to Singapore from all over Asia to trade at the port located at the river. There was a warehouse located there too, for the traders to store their goods, but now it has changed to the famous One Raffles Place. In the olden days, the traders would live near the river while waiting for the tide to change in order to go back to their country. The Chinese would stay at South Bank, the Indians would stay at Kallang, Geylang and Rock Hall area, and the Malays at the kampongs upstream. So, what does the river provide us with which makes it so important? It provides us with water and people from different countries, which will eventually lead to more business and more money. The big question now is, how did the Singapore River change? Singapore has changed from a trading hub to an iconic tourist destination as the river and its features modernized. Currently, Singapore River is part of Marina Reservoir after damming the river at its outlet to the sea to create a reservoir of fresh water. After major land reclamation, Singapore River now empties into the Marina Bay. The shipping and trade have all shifted to Keppel Harbour, and as such, the river has become more aesthetic for the commercial zone. The river also contains certain monuments which represents a special meaning behind it. The monuments have given the river a better story behind it and why it's so special. The first monument is the Malayan. The Malayan stands at 8.6 meters tall, weighs 70 tons, and spouts water daily at the south bank of the Singapore River's mouth. The Kavanagh Bridge is also an iconic site at the Singapore River as it is the oldest bridge built in 1869 and is located to the next monument, the Fullerton Hotel. The Fullerton Hotel used to be known as the Fullerton Building and also as the General Post Office Building. The last and probably most important monument, the statue of Sir Stamford Raffles. The statue marks out where Raffles first landed in Singapore and is located at 1 Emperor's Place, right next to Asian Civilizations Museum. All the monuments play an important part in the Singapore River today. We have come to the end of the presentation. I hope that you have understood better why the Singapore River is a place of significance in the yesteryears and will remain so in the many more years. To sum it all up, there were many changes that the Singapore River went through. Before, there were ports and trading, but now it is a commercial hub. Change is needed for progress and development. These changes help to bring in revenue and still continue to support Singapore. From past to present, the Singapore River had remained a place of significance to Singapore. The Singapore River will remain a place of importance long into the future, as a place for tourism and historical value. The river that grew alongside Singapore. All the best to your history journey. This is Bobby signing off.
Created using Powtoon.